I would not like to be Arne Slot right now. He has so many difficult choices coming up. And most importantly, who does he start in this game against Burnley? We're going to go through it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What will your starting 11 be for this game week? We have Burnley this week, then we have Atletico Madrid, and then we have Everton next week. The games are coming thick and fast. But if you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let's get into it. So to keep it nice and simple, Alisson, Konate, and Virgil van Dijk. I'm almost certain that these three are probably the first name on the team sheet. I think Konate, he hasn't had the best season. He played a little bit better against Arsenal, but he still is clear of Joe Gomez and Leone. And I think that's easy enough for everyone to admit. Leone, I think we're going to see a little bit more of the season. Obviously, with Gahey not coming in, that is probably disappointing that we're not able to maybe bring someone in that can push Konate and maybe elevate his level. Or if he's not performing, you can kind of take him out. But as of right now, Konate is still one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. And whether he stays at Liverpool or he goes, it remains to be seen. But I still think we're going to get a lot out of him this season. And if he does leave, then so be it. Virgil van Dijk, we know what we get with him. He's going to be absolute imperious. And then Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the league, in my opinion. Left back is a little bit interesting because I know Kirk has got a lot of criticism at the start of the season, but I still think he deserves to be starting week in, week out. Robertson will get his opportunities throughout the season. There is no doubt about that. Liverpool are going to play 50 to 60 games this season. And Robertson, he's someone that can come in. He's very mobile. He can get up and down the pitch. He's very good defensively. And he still has a lot of qualities that can add to this team. There's no doubt behind the scenes that his leadership is definitely there. So I think Robertson will have his moments, but Kirkes deserves to start this game. Right back. This is going to be very interesting. Do you go with Szoboszlai, who's been man of the match against Newcastle and Arsenal, or do you bring back in Frimpong or Bradley, who have obviously been able to come back and be a little bit more match fit? Frimpong is stepping up a little bit more slightly. You've seen him in Inside Training this week on Liverpool's channel, on YouTube. But being honest, I think we should still go with Szoboszlai. I think we look a lot more balanced with him in the team. Obviously, stepping into midfield, we look a little bit less exposed. I know, obviously, Newcastle got the best of us in the second half, but I think overall, when you have a right back of Szoboszlai's quality who understands when he does step into midfield what he can bring, and you kind of have Gravenberch, Szoboszlai playing as maybe two in front of your back three, then does make a big difference in terms of turnovers. And I think we're going to see Szoboszlai a lot at right back. I think Bradley and Frimpong have to do a little bit more maybe to get back into the side. And that is the great strength that we have with this team. We've so many options. Moving into midfield, Gravenberch and McAllister. I think they are probably going to be the two set in stone in this Liverpool team for nearly every single week, because the quality they have, the energy that they bring. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, that was a team that won the Premier League last season. And I think there's a lot of quality in between them. I don't think you can say too much on Gravenberch and McAllister. They will be in the starting lineup on Sunday. Moving into the forward areas, and this is when it gets a little bit more interesting. Obviously, Florian Wirtz will start on Sunday. Hasn't had the best start to his Premier League career. I think most Liverpool fans can admit that. However, we know what he can bring to this team. We know the quality that he has. He got man of the match for Germany against Northern Ireland. I watched the game. I didn't think he was too amazing. Obviously, unbelievable free kick. It shows the quality he has. The stats backed up that he did have a good game. I just thought, me watching it, I didn't think he was amazing. And that's why sometimes stats can maybe be a little bit more deceiving unless you actually watch the game. But overall, I still think he deserves to be starting this team. He will find his form. It's just taking him a little bit more time than, say, Ekitike, who's been started really well. So give him a little bit of time. I think this game against Burnley, he's had 3 games now to kind of understand maybe different things. Then he might have a new striker in front of him who might be able to add something else. We'll find out. But we'll talk about that in a second. A little preview of our forward options. So I think Wirtz will start. Let me know in the comments as well. What do you think of Wirtz's performance? Because I am interested to hear your thoughts. But listen, hasn't been the best start, but we'll see. I think he will come good, and we should see a very good Wirtz leading up to Christmas. Right wing, Mohamed Salah. Hasn't been his best start to the campaign, even though he has got the goal and assist. He's been mostly uninvolved in nearly every match. I don't think you could say he's had unbelievable moments. I think he was okay against Bournemouth in some patches, but Newcastle non-existent, Arsenal non-existent. And I think the thing is with Salah, with his age, I think we're going to see a lot of these types of performances, but he will chip up with a goal or an assist and most likely carry us to 3 points. I just think that's the way he's going to perform. We'll be relying on other people to maybe give us the brilliant moments of genius and be heavily involved in the game. So I think Salah will still start at right wing. Left wing. This will be a little bit interesting because I think the Ekitike situation, obviously with Isak coming in, we're going to talk about him now in a second. But with Ekitike, does he have a place maybe potentially on the left wing versus someone that could play there as well? But I still think Gakpo is one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. I'm not even messing. I think even with all the changes that Liverpool have made this year, I still think he will be one of our best players this season and one of our most important players. He scores big goals in big games. He's done it twice last year against Manchester City and Real Madrid in one of the most important weeks of the season on our way to lifting the Premier League. And I just think the quality he has, the consistency that he has, he will be very, very, very difficult to displace in this Liverpool team. So I do think he will start left wing. And then we have the forward options. Ekitike or Isak. Isak only played 18 minutes for Sweden over the international break. He hasn't had a preseason. He's not match fit. Should we start him against Burnley? Probably not. Will Arne Slot start him against Burnley? Probably not. Will all the fans want to see him start against Burnley? Absolutely. But Ekitike hasn't put a foot wrong in this Liverpool team. And I think he deserves to keep his place this week. It's going to be an interesting battle because I think the qualities that Ekitike has shown have been unbelievable. He hasn't come for a small fee either. And Isak, obviously, he's come for a British transfer record. But the thing is with this Liverpool team, it's going to be so competitive that if you're not performing, someone else can come in and take your place. Whether that's Salah, whether that's Isak, whether that's Gakpo, Wirtz. There will be a lot of changes. And you need to be performing at a level consistently to be in this team. We could see Isak play as a 10. He does that a little bit for Sweden. Wirtz might come out. There's going to be so much challenge for this whole Liverpool team to perform that I just think that's what you want when you're a team that's competing on all fronts. You're competing in 4 trophies. You want to have some of the level of quality that this Liverpool team will have. And they do have that now. Absolutely. The only downside you can say is probably about centre-back, but I think that will probably resolve itself in the next 12 months. So, that is my Liverpool team. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that's what we're going to go with? Right back, Szoboszlai, will he start? Isak, will he start? I'm very interested to know your thoughts. As always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be back on Sunday for a match reaction. I shall see you all then.